Hello everyone, it is James and Theo. We're just trying to turn on this microphone.
There we go, microphone's on. Right, so doing a quick little video of Theo and I were just having a chat, and we were talking, weirdly enough, you don't need to know too much about it, but anyway, we were talking about the...
something called dyslexia, if you don't know what it is.
Well, what we were talking about actually was CO2 emissions from cars, and you worked something out, because I was saying to Theo, we're driving at the moment a BMW X5, and it's a 3-litre diesel, and I was saying that this is not ULEZ compatible, so you have to pay extra to go through some cities, where a 4.4 V8 version is actually ULEZ compatible, and so you could swap that one for the other basically, and it would be ULEZ compatible. And Theo pointed out, he sort of said, "Oh well, it's obviously the diesel that's the problem, not the engine size, not the car, but the diesel." And I said, yeah. And he turned around and said, well, that's surprising I worked that out, because especially because I'm dyslexic. And I thought, well, actually, let's have a chat about this. And let's have a chat about this with you guys. So Theo and I are both dyslexic.
Yep, we're probably both as bad in ways. We're like both as bad because I'm good at something different, but you're good at something different. But I mean, like, we're both as bad if you add up all the things.
Well, I don't know, you see, because I think... Because my father is also dyslexic, and it is hereditary. We know this. Now, I don't know if it goes in stages. I don't know if it gets weaker, if you like, as time goes on.
Or if it gets worse.
I think, well, I don't think it gets worse, because if you look at us, like, you look at Pops, for instance, and I'm not having a go at my dear father here, but he would agree himself that his dyslexia is probably worse than mine, to be fair to him. He has sort of slightly more difficulties than I would say I do with it. And I would say I have more difficulties than you do with it. And so basically, like I've said to Theo many, many times, dyslexia is not a bad thing. Dyslexia is
a good thing.
Well, it's a thing. It's your brain and my brain and Pops' brain just works differently, doesn't it? To others, that's all it is. And in some ways, that helps us work things out and figure things out better. And in some ways, it inhibits us and it makes things harder for us and makes things more confusing for us. But that's also a good thing, because wouldn't it be really boring if everyone was the same?
It's almost becoming like that.
What do you mean?
It's almost becoming like everyone's the same soon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, everyone's buying those kind of cars.
Well, yeah, people are always going to, be sheep to a degree and follow the herd, if you like. But what I mean is, it's not something to be embarrassed about or ashamed about. Whether you're dyslexic, whether you've got, I don't know, ADD, whether you're on the autism spectrum or what have you. I think it's really important to, own that and be proud of it, and sort of realise that the world's not going to wrap you up in cotton wool, and you're going to have to get on with it and do your best. But in the same sense, you're not a weirdo, you're not a freak, you're just different. And unfortunately, at the first start of our lives, in education especially, it's not really geared up for dyslexics, is it?
No.
It's sort of like education.
I knew that.
Yeah, I know that. I remember it very well. Education to me is a narrow corridor with a lot of doors off of it, and a lot of those doors we can't get through, and it's a very narrow, awkward corridor. So keep with the self-belief, keep with the self-worth, understand that you are worth something. Actually, I'm going to turn this around and park it over there, I think. So I just wanted to give people that little video, really, to sort of say, dyslexia can and will hold you back if you want it to, if you let it.
But if you don't, you'll just be as good as normal.
There's some very, very clever people out there who've achieved some.
Einstein was dyslexic.
You're very correct. Exactly that. Albert Einstein was dyslexic. There's lots of people out there
They're
who have been
dyslexic.
very successful and who are dyslexic. Lots of business owners. Richard Branson, owner of Virgin.
Probably one of the kings or queens in the world is actually dyslexic.
Possibly.
Probably one of them.
Could well be. But yeah, I know Richard Branson is dyslexic, and he owns Virgin Atlantic. He owns his own island. An island called Necker Island. It's
God,
gorgeous.
how much does that cost?
I don't think it was as expensive as you think, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
How much does
I don't know. I can't remember, mate. But
1 million?
I don't know, darling. But that doesn't matter, though. The point is, we're talking about dyslexia, and we're talking about how it doesn't have to stop you. Like Pops, he's dyslexic. He was told that he wouldn't be able to do things at school, and yet he's run a business with Grandma. He's run a business. He's got his PPL. His
5 stars on this thing.
Yeah, we've got very good reviews for the business. He's got a PPL, which is a private pilot's license, which is very difficult to get. So, I've done okay. I've had a few businesses and what have you. So I think with hard work, perseverance, and understanding, you can achieve what you want to achieve. And I just wanted, as we were talking about it, as we both are dyslexics, I just wanted to point this out to people that don't feel you're alone. Do your research, look into it, but don't let the system.
Don't let people say what they say harm you.
Exactly. Don't let the system get you down, and don't let people get you down, because a lot of the times you will have something that they may not have. You may be really personable. You might be really friendly. You might be someone who people really gravitate to, and that can't be taught. That can't be taught. That's a natural thing. So you will have something which is naturally given to you. Enjoy it. Use it for the best of your ability. Anyway, that was just a very quick little video from us.
Oh, I just want to say,
go on.
If you want to leave in the comments what happened, how much his island was, what's his name?
Necker Island. If anybody knows how much Necker Island was,
leave it in the comments.
If Richard, you want to tell us, that's fine. I don't think Richard Branson's going to be watching, but anyway.
I don't think he's alive.
But anyway,
hang on, how old is Richard Branson?
I don't know, darling. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we're going to go off and do another video now. But we'll see you on the flip side. Look after yourselves.
Don't forget to click and subscribe and hit the bell notifications.
Yep, and all that. Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.